So last Friday, many of us were wondering, what is the point of this witness? Because he is making JD look bad. I'm going to explain what's going on here. We've watched 2 days now of this gentleman who is, it turns out, not just JD's doctor, he's also AH's doctor. We didn't find that out until today. So the first part, which was 2 hours, I believe, of this guy's deposition, was from Heard's lawyer team. And the entire time, all they did was ask about what is JD's mental health notes, what's his medical history, how many times did he do drugs, how many times was he drinking, blah, blah, blah. 2 hours of that. And there's a reason that they did that. There's a reason they did that. That's because when JD's lawyers got to pop on and give their thoughts, they asked some pretty interesting questions that really did matter. So I kind of see what the Team Heard is doing now. So every time they bring in a witness that JD calls for, their entire strategy is going to be to talk about times he was drunk or doing drugs, to drown out what this is all about, which is, did he abuse Amber Heard? And if you go by the testimony of this doctor, he didn't. 2 things. One, this is going to go into 2 parts here for this clip. A little bit of backstory. The first part is about their time in Australia. In Australia, it was claimed that she had a busted nose, was beaten to a pulp, all kinds of stuff. He's going to say that didn't happen. The second part was after she had those visible marks. Remember, in the pictures, the tabloids ran with it, those bruised up pictures? He says he didn't see anything, and that's a day after those pictures came out. So I want you to watch this clip, and then we'll come back.
Domestic abuse.
No, she did not.
So people are asking,
did she ever seek treatment from you for any injuries that she told you were caused by Mr. Depp?
No, she did not.
people are asking why these are video
Did Ms. Heard
depositions
ever tell you that Mr. Depp abused her?
rather than in-court
No, she did
appearances.
not.
And
By the way, you'd think you'd
you
maybe
never
report to your doctor
witnessed
you're being abused.
any physical abuse by Mr.
They did a lot of
Depp?
video depo. It was after 6 years and multiple
No, never.
trials with
Yeah.
COVID as well. It was probably hard to drag them in.
Ms. Heard had any physical
Also remember,
injuries.
this
Is
trial is
something
taking
that
place
would have been
across the
documented?
country from where all these people are.
Yes, absolutely.
In March 2015, you traveled down to Australia to attend Mr. Depp. Is that right?
Yes.
And that this is a 6-week trial. So these people would have to
at the
fly from
time, Mr. Depp
LA
was already in
to
Australia. correct?
Virginia
Correct.
and hang out
And
for
was
6
Ms.
weeks
Lloyd with
waiting to
you?
be called.
Yes.
It's a pretty big burden on
And was
witnesses.
Ms.
So they'll let them
Heard
do
with him?
video testimony when
Yes.
needed.
You arrived in Australia. When did you first see Mr. Depp?
I believe it was the day after I arrived.
And where did you see him?
I saw him at his home in Australia.
When you went into the house, did you see Ms. Heard?
Yes.
And how did she appear?
She was certainly upset.
Did Ms. Heard seek any medical attention from you for any injuries at that time?
No.
Mm-mm.
Did Ms. Heard seek any medical attention from Ms. Lloyd at that time?
No.
Did you observe any physical injuries to Ms. Heard when you saw her that on March 2nd, 2015?
No.
So Ms. Heard did not have any observable bruises that you saw.
That's correct.
And did Ms. Heard appear to have a broken nose? Was Ms. Heard's face swollen at all when you saw her?
Not that I was aware of, no.
Did Ms. Heard have any cuts on her arms when you saw her?
Not that I can recall.
Did you recall seeing any cuts on her feet or any other part of her body?
I can't recall.
If Ms. Heard had appeared to have been injured, is this something that you would have documented?
Yes.
Going down to the bottom here, it says objective data physical exam. Do you see that?
Yes.
Does that mean that Ms. Heard came into the offices for a physical examination?
That's what it signifies, yes.
And would that have also been on December 17th, 2015?
Yes. This note reflects that visit. Everything in this note reflects that visit.
And so Monroe would have also performed that physical examination?
Monroe did perform that physical examination. I did not see Ms. Heard. Monroe saw Ms. Heard.
And the information below this heading of physical exam, which goes on to the next page, are these the findings from Ms. Heard's physical exam on December 17th?
Correct.
And if Ms. Heard had any physical injuries, would those have been noted in this portion of the document?
Yes.
And there are some medical terms in here, but so if you could let me know, does any of this indicate that there were physical injuries that were documented?
No.
That's 2 days after she claimed that she had her nose broken, 2 eyes blackened, her lip busted open wide. So they're saying that there was no injury.
She was wearing makeup, Tug.
Amic cream.
Yes.
And what were the results of that?
Under the assessment and plan as written, Mr. Tinker did not indicate concussion under his assessment.
Under assessment and plan, item 4 says that Dr. Kipper is aware of the medical plan and is in agreement. That's consistent with your recollection?
Yes.
And I believe you testified you didn't see Ms. Heard on December 17th, correct?
That's correct.
How were you informed of the medical plan?
I spoke to Mr. Tinker by telephone.
Pretty interesting, right? Do you think that any of these media sites will cover that and let people know that are tuning into this trial the details that I just went over with you and that you just saw in that clip? No, they will not. Because you cannot shatter the narrative that Heard has put out there. Did you ever witness JD abuse Amber Heard or see any physical evidence? No, never. Dr. Kipple, also AH's doctor, so her doctor is saying he never saw any signs of this stuff. Amber Heard did not seek medical attention. She had no bruises, no marks, no broken nose, no cuts, no injuries, despite saying she was dragged through glass and violated with a bottle. Do you see the lies? Do you see the lies yet? And then this one. On 12/17, no injuries were seen or documented, despite Heard claiming she was beaten 2 days prior and had a broken nose, busted lip, 2 black eyes, and more. Do you see what's going on here? This guy was both of their doctors. He was doctor to both of them. And he didn't see anything that she said she had going on. When are the retractions going to come? Where are the headlines of vindication for JD? You're never going to see them. And if you're a man, you should be worried about that because you need to have a lot of money to fight for your name. But all the woman has to do is step up and say a few words. Kangaroo court is in session and you're done. Anyway, more coming. This is just the first part of today. So we'll see where things go. I will keep you informed. Thanks for watching. Share the video. YouTube, if you go and check the research results, all you're going to see are the shill sites. Sharing is important. So please share, comment for the algorithm, like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.